Hey y'all, I'm Kate with Salty Katie, and today we're going to talk about my 21 and 2021. So let's get into it. So if you were here last week, I talked about how 2020 had changed planning for me. I think it's changed it for all of us. I'll link that video up here so you can go back and watch it because I think it's an important conversation to have. So anyway, what I came to is that instead of doing the big, huge planning session I normally engage in as each new year comes up, I decided to just do 21 and 21. I saw Cindy Guntert-Baldo do a video on it, and I thought, you know, if I can't do this big, huge planning session, I can choose 21 things I'd like to get accomplished in 2021 and just leave it at that. So let's get into it. The first one is to start running again. This might be the most important one. Maybe that's why it's first. This year I had 2 surgeries to address an issue called exercise-induced compartment syndrome that has stopped me from running for the last maybe 4 years because I never had health insurance to address it. Nobody could tell me what the problem was, and I knew it was going to take many doctor's appointments and consultations and things to get it worked out, and in fact it did. And it took 2 separate surgeries and some really painful testing, but we got it done, got the surgery done, the first leg in June, and then I discovered I was having a problem with my second leg as I was recovering from the first surgery. God damn it. Anyway, but I had the second leg taken care of, and so now, that was about 5 weeks ago, I'm actually going for a follow-up appointment today. Now there's basically nothing stopping me but the healing time from the last surgery. So, yeah, it's super important for me, and if I get nothing on this list accomplished but this one, I will feel successful because it is just super important to me to be out running again because the benefits are just unreal, really. So number 2 is learn to drink water. 40 years old, still can't drink enough water. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory. Your skin looks better, you feel better, your body handles illness better if you stay hydrated. Easier to lose weight, you know. Just drink some fucking water. Anyway, the third one is, these are in no particular order, by the way. This is just me brain dumping and picking out the ones I wanted to keep. The third one is to buy new running shoes. And I know that doesn't sound like much of a goal, but I've got to have a particular brand. It's got to have a particular size toe box. It's got to be stabilized a particular way. I mean, it's going to take some doing to get some new running shoes. Because it's been, I guess, 3 or 4 years since I bought a new pair, which means the names of the shoe types have changed. Yeah, it's a whole long thing. So, let's see. Number 4 is Teeny. My little cat Teeny was diagnosed with kidney disease just about a month ago. Poor baby. She's 9 years old, so she's, you know, kind of getting up there. And it turns out she's got kidney disease. And she's also a really pretty long-haired cat and needs more help managing all that fur. I should have been brushing her when I first got her, and I just didn't know to do it. And she's a super skittish cat, and it's really, it's like pulling teeth, but I'd like to try to do that for her 3 times a week this year. Number 5 is to track my mood and my mileage. So there was a video I did, I'm going to link it, about my oldest planner and tracking miles in my oldest planners. I'll put it up here. And I showed how I'm going to be tracking mood and my miles this year on a color-coded chart with my actual mileage written in. I've started on that. It's going pretty well, so I'd like to continue that for the rest of the year because I want to see if there's a link between my mood and how many miles I'm getting. Generally speaking, there should be a correlation between better mood and more mileage, and I'd like to prove that out, prove it to myself again. The next is number 6. I'd like to see my parents more often. We live about an hour apart, and I just don't feel like we see each other often enough. We always have a good time. We get along. We laugh. Oh, we laugh. And I would like to make an effort to see them more often this year. None of us is going to live forever, and yeah, I think all of us would just enjoy seeing each other more. Number 7 is run a half marathon. Now this is going to be kind of a stretch. My favorite distance to run thus far has been half marathons, which is 13.1 miles. I've run a bunch of them. I love them. It's going to be a bit of a stretch because I'm just now, like we said, recovering from surgery, and it's really, really, really going to depend on what kind of mileage I get in and how the build up to mileage goes. All you really need for distance is just a little seed of endurance, and you can build that into distance running really in no time. And I think if I can't get a half marathon run this fall, like maybe late in the fall, early winter next year, if I'm on a solid half marathon training plan when 2021 ends, I'll be happy with that. Number 8 is social media related. 175 Instagram posts. Instagram is really important to my business. I need to let people see what I've got available pretty frequently. And my issue is I let production take precedence over everything. When an order comes in, I'm like, fill the order. I think most shop owners would say that. And when you've got a big fat pile of orders, it's just multiplied by the number of open orders you've got. So I let production take precedence over everything. Well, in the last 90 days of, well, maybe a little more, of 2020, I made an effort to reduce my shipping time, which I've done quite significantly. Not right this second. January is historically my busiest month, and so right about Christmas and then 3 weeks into January, you all get your wallets out and go to thumping my shop, which I really appreciate it. But it means my processing time increases by another week during that time while I'm, trying to climb that mountain of orders, because everything is made to order, handmade by me. So anyway, I want to, and I try to set a realistic goal. 175 posts, it's not that many. It's like maybe 3 or 3.5 weeks, maybe closer to 3 weeks a month of 5 days of those weeks posting. I'd like to try to get that done this year. The next is, number 9, is 35 YouTube videos. What I would actually like to do is 52 YouTube videos, but I know things are going to get in the way. The problem with YouTube is it's time consuming. I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I love filming. I love editing. I like posting. I love cameras. Anything to do with YouTube, I love it. The problem is it's time consuming, and again, production comes first. If you place an order with me, I'm going to do the order before I do anything else. So this year, I'm hoping to decrease my processing time enough and to get far enough ahead on orders that I can produce those 35 YouTube videos. Cross your fingers for me, for real. Number 10 is a big one. Learn to eat moderately. I like to eat. You can look at me and tell that. And I've just let it get out of control. I just eat too much. Just do. And I need to learn to back that off. I don't need to eat as much as I currently eat. That's a big one. We'll see how that goes. Number 11, see Pumpkin 8 times this year. So Pumpkin is my BFF. She doesn't watch this channel. There's no No chance of her seeing this. She lives 3.5, almost 4 hours from here. We try to get together as many times as we can throughout the year, but life gets in the way. So I'm hoping to see her several times in 2021. Number 12, go somewhere, anywhere at this point. I think all of us have been cooped up. It's starting to wear on me. I'm sure it's starting to wear on y'all too. We would normally have maybe taken a little short vacation somewhere, driven up into Arkansas and done some camping, gone down into South Louisiana to do this, that, or the other thing. I mean, even if it had been just small little trips, we would have done it, and we haven't because of, everything that's going on. So I'm hoping in 2021 we can go somewhere and do something. I'm looking at my list down here, y'all. Number 13 is find strength training that I don't hate. I hate strength training really bad. I cannot stand to do a crunch, y'all. I hate that crap. And I have to make myself do it, and that becomes so tiring. I'm hoping that I can find some kind of strength training this coming year that that's even a little bit likable. God, it's important to do some strength training. The better your muscles are, the better a runner you are. It's just as simple as that. If anybody has any suggestions about strength training that doesn't suck ass, let me know in the comments below. Number 14, continue journaling. I have been sporadically journaling. I was doing it more in the beginning of 2020, and then when everything happened, again, that became like super sporadic, like maybe once a month would I journal. I'm hoping to just kind of maybe slightly more frequently and kind of keep up with it. I just mean journaling in sort of, this is what happened, this is what we did, here are some little pictures of it, that kind of thing. Number 15 has to do with the office here. If you can see behind me, there's a whole lot of shit in this office. God sakes. And it's not just all business stuff. I'm still a crafty bitch. So I've got art supplies in here, and scrapbooking supplies, and quilting supplies, and just so much stuff. And I need to really get in here and just donate and dig through it and try to clear out as much as I can. My space is so limited. Every surface in this office, including the walls, are multi-purpose. It just needs doing. So that's on my list. Number 16 is to increase my yearly revenue 20% over 2020. Which is a modest goal because we all know 2020, the pandemic, affected sales for a lot of people. Some people don't even have businesses anymore. God bless y'all. And so I would like to increase that revenue number. And part of that is going to be addressed in my Instagram post and my YouTube posted schedule. And decreased production time on my items should assist with that. Number 17 is knit one finished item. So I picked up knitting again as a part of, the pandemic and everything that happened in 2020, just to have something extra to do. So I'd like to continue that, and I just put down one item as, if you're a knitter, I only put one item. So the next one, number 18, is pretty self-explanatory. Again, 40 years old, you think I'd know this. What you gonna do? Let's move on. Number 19 is 100 days in my A6 5-year Hobonichi. So I'm hoping to record just 100 days of 2021 in here. Again, realistic, achievable goals. Number 20 is to go swimming. I have been a triathlete in the past. I've done half iron distance. Now I suck at swimming. I'm really bad at it. I'm so painfully slow. I'm just not a natural swimmer. But swimming makes you feel so good. Like it's a full body workout. There's no impact involved. You can do it if you're injured. And when you've done, like let's say a master swim workout, you feel so good getting out of the pool, or at least I always did. So I'd like to make an effort to go swimming somewhere this year, like in an actual lap pool. Oh man, the ocean would be really nice. A lake, whatever. I'd like to go swimming, like really actually like lap swimming at least once this coming year. And number 21, the last one, is paint my bedroom and living room walls. I had paint picked out in late 2019, I think. Two different colors of gray to paint my an accent wall in my living room and an accent wall in my bedroom. So I've got the colors picked out and then just quit. Just other things took over, so I'll put that on my list as well. So there's my 21 in 2021. However, because of how 2020 was, because of the changes that have taken place in my planning, and because of my lack of emphasis on my success, I will consider this list successful if I hit 10 of the 21 items. I am going to try to not overwhelm myself with planning and goals this year, because I feel like I do it every year. I talked about it in the video for how 2020 changed planning. I think it's important to be realistic and not start the year, just, woo, I'm going to do everything. In fact, I'm going to be a completely different person. I talked about Sarah Cannon talking about that, heart breathings, in her video. So anyway, did you do a 21 in 2021? I'd love to hear about it. I'd love it if you drop the top 3 maybe in the comments. What are your 3 favorite ones? What are you looking forward to the most? So yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye.